Hey, my beautiful soul, and welcome to another episode of Like in Phoenix, your podcast that ignites your inner power and helps you ignite your true potential. I'm Ava, your host, and today's episode is all about self worth and self love. So, we often juggle many tasks, strive for success and or a fulfilling life and forget to prioritize our own well-being. And in this episode, we look at how we can be our greatest ally when it comes to success in our lives. So, grab a cup of tea or coffee or whatever you love to drink. Find a cozy spot and let's dive in. But before we get into this topic in its entirety, let's stop and think for a moment how you ever felt not good enough or struggled with your self-esteem. This is a common challenge, so no worry, that many of us face. So me too as well. And it can have a profound impact on our personal and even professional lives. And we often compare ourselves to others, place unrealistic expectations on ourselves, or look for validation from outside sources. And I think you know what I mean, right? And especially in my younger years, I struggled a lot with this comparing thing. I was so insecure. And it got me to trouble, of course, because when you're insecure, you make decisions that are not really good. And I said yes to things I didn't want to. I made decisions that didn't suit me. And afterwards, of course, I had to iron out the consequences. And that was not a fun time. You can maybe expect that. And maybe you notice things on your own. And what I want to say is this: if you have the same or similar experiences, you can't avoid working on yourself and start practicing self-love, because the truth is, self-love starts inside. You can't find it on the outside. This was also a major learning thing what I have to recognize and go into it to get there where I am today. Because I also have always searched in the outside, and when I started get inside myself and recognize myself and learn about myself and who I am really, it starts to get better. Okay, so to return to our topic today, why do we struggle with self-love and self-worth? And there are several reasons for this, and one common factor is our inner critic. And here I'm also sure you know it, the little voice in your head that tells you that you're not good enough. And it's that nagging self-doubt that keeps us from achieving our dreams and desires, right? So, the underlying vibration for that is fear. So most of the time it is fear. And we are afraid to fail, to be judged, to be rejected, and more. And we let these fears dictate our decisions. So I want to ask you, What do you think it costs you to stay in this low vibration? What does it cost you to not realize your dreams and desires? I tell you, it costs you your growth, your fulfillment, your true potential, your success, your happiness, your mental health, your physical health, your safety, and yeah, the list goes on and on. So a lot of things that we have to give up, or we give up when we vibrating in this low state. And to minimize this opportunity cost, let's find out now how to love ourselves more and trust our intuition to get into a higher vibration. So, self-love is not selfish, but important to our success and well-being. So this is very important. Write that down. And when we love ourselves, we cultivate a positive attitude, build resilience, and attract abundance into our lives. And this is where the shift also happens and where the good stuff comes into your life when you get this positive things, and when you learn and grow these things and implement it to your life. And it starts with recognizing our worth and embracing our unique qualities. So it's about treating ourselves with compassion, practicing self-care, and setting healthy boundaries. And by caring for ourselves, we create a solid foundation for our personal and professional growth. And this is what we really want. And you can imagine a big tree with roots deeply rooted in the ground and a strong, thick trunk. And whatever may come, nothing can knock it down. And to help you grow into a great tree, I have a few tools for you. So stay with me. A powerful tool for developing self-love is mindfulness. So you maybe hear me saying this all the time, but mindfulness helps us become aware of our thoughts, feelings, and patterns of behavior. And it allows us to observe without judgment, to make conscious choices that are consistent with our values and desires. And when we practice mindfulness, we can silence the noise of our inner critic. So this voice, what all the time is saying we're not good enough and so on, yeah? And connect with our intuition. And that is our guiding voice that knows what is best for us. But when our voice, our inner critic, is too loud, we can't hear our intuition. And also when we too long in the outside world, when we live too much in this outside world, we also can't hear our intuition. But our intuition is the superpower we have inside of us that tells us in which direction we should go. So this is the important thing to learn with mindfulness. Mindfulness is the tool you can use to learn, hear your intuition again, or maybe you know it under gut feeling or things like that, and go back to the way what's right and best for you. And yeah, now I have some practical exercises that you can incorporate into your everyday life to increase your self-love with ease. So these exercises are simple. Yeah, you will hear it in a couple of seconds, but effective and are designed to bring mindfulness and self-compassion into your life. But remember that consistency is key everywhere, in every area of our life, everything what we do, consistency is key. So try to use these exercises regularly to get their full effect. So the first exercise is start each day with a self-love affirmation. So really easy. You don't need anything about or for that. So only yourself. So you can do it by look at yourself in the mirror and say with conviction, I am worthy of love, success, and happiness. Yeah. Repeat this affirmation as many times as necessary and allow the words to penetrate deeply into your subconscious mind. So you feel the shift when the good is, comes up. So this is one thing what you can try and what you can do. The second exercise is keep a gratitude journal. So take a few minutes each day to write down 3 things for which you are grateful and dive into the feeling of it. Not only write it down, look that you feel it. And when you cultivate a grateful attitude, your focus shifts from what you lack to what is abundant into your life, which promotes self-love and contentment. And the key here is feeling it. So get really into the feeling. And the exercise number 3 is perform a body scan meditation. So find a quiet place, sit comfortably, and focus your attention on the different parts of your body, starting from the toes and going up to the top of your head. And notice all the sensations and tensions, and with each breath, let go of any discomfort so that your body can relax and embrace self-love. So when you got into your body, when you feel through every part and you feel some tension, then focus on this tension point and breathe it out. With every out breath, you let it go out of your body. And this, you do it until you get through your whole body. This takes a little bit longer than the first 2 exercises, but when you practice this every day, you get faster and faster. So I know that these exercises seem too simple. I hear it also. Whoa, this is so simple. But I invite you to choose one, only one of these 3 exercises and do it every day for 40 days. And you will feel the shift. You will feel the difference. Okay, so in conclusion, self-love is not a luxury, but a necessity for our well-being and success. And when we become aware of our inner critic, practice mindfulness, and nurture ourselves with love and compassion, we can unleash our true power and realize our dreams and desires. And remember, you are your own greatest ally, and your journey to self-love begins today. So I hope you found this episode on the mindfulness, self-worth, self-love helpful and inspiring. And if you're ready to dive deeper into your personal power, don't forget to book your free birth chart reading with me. The link to it is in the show notes, and I love to see you and help you recognizing your power, your strengths, your weaknesses, and your personality. And remember, if you haven't subscribed to my podcast yet, be sure to do so now so you never miss an episode. And you can also follow me on Instagram and LinkedIn, where I share motivational tips and insights and much more. And if you found this episode helpful, feel free to share it with your loved ones and your community. And together, let's spread the message of self-love and empowerment. So thank you so much for joining me today. I wish you a wonderful journey towards self-love and the fulfillment of your dreams. And may you be blessed with light, love, success, health, and wealth. Until next Tuesday, stay mindful, stay empowered, and keep rising like a phoenix. With love, yours, Eva.